Oh my god. Before I even get to my reaction of this whole fiasco, and yes, my hair is a mess because I was pulling it this whole entire freaking game. But first off, shout out to webpausgames.com, webpause.com/games. The link would be down in the description box. Check it out, guys. Kid tested, parent approved. It's a pretty cool site for gaming and whatnot. But this game, though, oh my god. Talk about a game of two halves. Alright. First of all, I was getting ready to make this video after watching the first half, saying there was a couple of non-calls by the referees. You know, some missing holding calls, some missed calls of pass interference. And, I'm just going to say there were some. Okay, there's maybe, I'd say, two or three. Two or three. Okay? Two or three. The rest was poor offensive line blocking. Brady he sucked. Couldn't throw to anybody. He overthrew Edelman several times, to say the least. When he forgets that Edelman's like 5'6", not 6'5". And we couldn't get anything on the offense. We couldn't get anything on the rushing game. Like, Gary Blunt was just gone in this game. He did nothing. No blunt force trauma for the most part in the game in general. But particularly, obviously, in the first half. And then you have the receivers dropping wide open passes, and I'm just going, oh my god. For the first time ever, I'm watching the Patriots get blown out in the Super Bowl. This sucks. And, it was really weird too, because the first half, the Patriots, if you ever watched them at all in this season, you know they're one of the better rushing defenses in the National Football League. And then you see guys like Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman's a good running back. But Devontae Freeman was like having a field day with this team running the football. And I was like, oh Jesus, what the hell? By the way, shout out. Now I know why people hate Troy Aikman on commentary, by the way. The guy is a freaking moron. And Joe Buck doesn't help with his dullness. But Matt Ryan just had a field day with this defense for the first half. And I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is it. This is when... Oh god, 2016 sucked ass. And in 2017 is not off to the greatest start of all time. But I don't know what happened in the second half. I don't know if it was Lady Gaga's performance, that was taking shots at, Congress, the White House, our own President Trump. So was that, or was the fact that, the Falcons did their best in the second half, choking to death, or Bill Belichick got a whip with his, like, Darth Sidious, Star Wars, freaking lightning coming out of his fingertips. And by the way, shout out to Tom Brady for looking like a freaking dark Jedi at the end when the game was going to overtime, because that smirk he had when they were going to commercial, it was like, I was half expecting like to get dark and then a red lightsaber put out of nowhere. He just slices like everyone, even his own teammates. But yeah, the second half was completely different. The Falcons had a hard time. It seemed like they didn't get the ball that much, but when they did get the time possession, their Patriots defense finally stepped up in the second half. Long story short, and by the way, that pick six by who was it? Mother freaking A. What was his name? Robert Alford. That was the most, like, egotistical thing I've ever seen, unclassy thing I've ever seen in the Super Bowl. Seriously. He's at, like, the 20-yard line. He's just like, great job showing all the kids watching at home. Good role model. But moving on to the second half, of course. The Patriots finally stepped up. They finally started putting pressure on Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, I believe, was sacked at all in the first half. He was sacked 5 times in the second half. And he also got forced from the fumble. I forget who recovered the fumble. Good, who the hell covered the fumble? I forgot who covered the fumble, but he was about to get sacked, and he threw it away. But by that point, it was a fumble, so it was right there, good. Uh, he also had Patriots finally score a touchdown by, I believe it was James White that finally had a touchdown, and I don't know if it was receiving or rushing that he had. I want to say it was rushing, and then Stephen Gostkowski missed the extra point. You guys remember all season long I was saying, oh, Stephen Gostkowski, the first half he sucked, and then he finally woke up. What the hell? And I'm thinking, great, this is gonna bite us in the ass if we ever want to make a comeback. But the Patriots finally stepped up. Receivers were catching passes. Julian Edelman, he had the hot and cold game. He'll miss 5 passes and then catch the next one, and then rather rinse repeat. You know what I mean? I mean, freaking Tom Brady threw it for 62 times, guys. And I know it's going to overtime, but 62 times. Motherfucker. So, James White, 14 receptions, 110 yards, a touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, as I mentioned, didn't really do much. James White rushing the football, 6 carries, 29 yards, 2 TDs. And, of course, Brady, 43 for 62, 466, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He was also sacked 5 times. And Brady got hit a lot in this game in general. So, really, really tough game. And by the time it was 28-20, and Edelman made the greatest catch I've ever seen. I know Julio Jones made a nice good catch, and I know they kind of screwed themselves with the whole. By the way, so many holding penalties on the freaking Falcons. What the hell, guys? But thank you. So Julian Edelman makes the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life. The ball bounces up to him. I believe it was Alford and a few. I want to say there was it wasn't Trufant on defense, was it? But a couple other guys were trying to get it because it was a bad pass by Brady. It was not that a great pass. It looked like it was going to be picked off. I was like, great, game over. But they caught it, the Patriots. And even though clear as day it was a catch, you could tell. Falcons challenged it, lost a timeout, so they have no timeouts. Get down the field, James White, Damian Dola caught the touchdown, and James White came right in there for the 2-point conversion. Tied it 28-28, overtime. Patriots won the coin toss, heads. Got the ball down the field. Brady almost got picked off on that drive. Martellus Bennett, little slant route, fade, and I believe it was Beasley Jr. Was it Beasley Jr.? Who was it? It was goddamn, was it Beasley? Yeah, it was Vic Beasley Jr. who swatted the ball away. And then the very next play, James White barely gets in there, but crosses the goal line for a touchdown. Game over. Patriots win 34-28. And the revenge tour season is come to a halt. It is complete. It is done. And Patriots win 34-28. Tom Brady. Call him a cheater all you want. Call the Patriots cheaters that they have sucked and I hate them. Blah, blah, blah. 5 Super Bowl rings, guys. 5 out of the guy is 5-2 in 7 Super Bowls. That's insane. And that's another thing I almost said. There was a lot of bad play calling too in the first half. Josh McDaniels, I'm looking at you. What the hell was that screen to Martellus Bennett to get that field goal at halftime? What the that was so stupid. But say what you want about, the Patriots in general. They were the better team. They woke up in the second half. I think the Falcons inexperience, in this stage cost them in the second half. And the Patriots finally woke up from their coma. But self-induced coma, by the way. But nonetheless, Patriots win 34-28, as I mentioned. And just a crazy game, Some people are saying that, hey, this could be Brady's last game. If Brady got ring number 5, he'd be done. And if he'd be done, Bill Belichick would be done. And this team is, wow. Especially now, and they're like, let's trade Jimmy G to either the Bears or the Browns for, several picks in the draft upcoming down the road. But nonetheless, great win. by the Patriots. And this was a frustrating game. The first half, I contemplated pain. But nonetheless, it was an enjoyable game. One of the greatest comeback ever. No team had ever come back from this many points. They were down, guys. They were down at one point 28-3. That's insane. You came back from 25 freaking points to tie it up in the second half. That's insane. So that's it for me, guys. I'm just like it's about to be 10 o'clock my time, and I'm exhausted. I want to sleep. Even though if I sleep, I'll sleep for like 2 hours and be like, did that really happen? So, yeah, that's it for me, you guys. What a crazy NFL season this was. And I can imagine what next season's going to be. I can't even imagine. So, you have to follow me on Twitter. The link's down in the description box for my Twitter account. Don't know what I'm going to be posting up on here. I guess the videos I'm be going for is, you know, big transaction videos and whatnot. Like, oh, so and so is going here, so and so is trading here. You know, so I might even do. Honestly, I never done it before, but I might even do a recap video of the NFL draft. Or at least the top notable picks, because the rest I'm probably going to go, who the hell are you? And then a few years down the road, I'm going, oh yeah, you're that one guy I looked on the list going, who the hell were you? And now you're like a Pro Bowl stud. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. Comment down below what you guys thought of the game. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. This was just still mind-blowing. I'm still trying to settle it all in my head. And after this, too, as a Celtic fan, this was Paul Pierce's last game in the Garden. You know, Celtic great Paul Pierce. So it was a crazy day for Boston sports, to say the least, especially with this one. So that's it for me. Can't believe I kept this in barely over 12 minutes. But, yeah, this was just an incredible game. Incredible game. And if you would have told me at the end of the first half, don't worry, Chris, it's going to be a really good game. Just watch. I'd be like, on what planet are you from? Because you were clearly insane if you thought of that. So, anyways, take it easy, guys. Good night, and just stay safe. Because people in Boston, if I know them well, they get hammered like shit in their freaking minds with beer. Most likely Sam Adams. Oh God. Anyway, later.